Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGD Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence up with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, man. Salute to everybody for tapping on in. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Let me get a mic check real quick. 1, 2, 1, 2. If you guys can hear me, press 1. Let me get a mic check real quick. I salute everybody that's tapped into this channel, man. And subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. Share the video. Like the video. Also, shout out to Home Music Lady with the donation. Salute to you. You said happy 200,000. Great live. Shout out to 21 Nothing Double. Salute to you. She said you came a long way. Shout out to Tina Coffin. Salute to you with a donation in the Cash App. And also shout out to Rico Calhoun with a donation in the Cash App. And shout out to LaKenzie Mayweather with a donation in the Cash App. Appreciate all y'all supporting and showing love to the channel. If y'all want to donate, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. You get the Cash App, PayPal. Let me know what y'all think. Look, let's get right into this video, man. Yeah, y'all can hear me. I see it. Salute, everybody. So, last night I came in here. I did a video late last night. As I told you guys what was going on between Tom Brady and Skip Bayless. And Skip Bayless came out during the NFL draft and blasted Tom Brady and basically blamed Tom Brady for helping sabotage Shedeur Sanders during the NFL draft. He basically, accused Tom Brady of being a coward and accused Tom Brady of being phony and accused Tom Brady basically of being a fraud. And not sticking up for Shedeur Sanders and not wanting to help draft him and then copping out and not being a man and standing on, what he says Tom Brady did, which is, not want Shedeur Sanders. Tom Brady was also caught on tape, saying that Shedeur Sanders needed a lot of growth and things like that. People missed that, but Skip also revealed some other things that has made the entire internet go crazy. Now, what else Skip revealed was alarming and shocking. Skip Bayless, who is, saying that, look, he's got a lot of contacts still in and outside the NFL because Skip used to be a beat writer before he was even a guy on TV. He was a journalist. Skip says that he's been battling a lot of people who've been saying a lot of negative things to him about Shedeur Sanders. Now, Skip said one of the things that's being said about Shedeur Sanders is that apparently, Skip says there's a rumor going around that Shedeur Sanders was disrespecting Tom Brady over losing his wife, Giselle, right? And so that, could be a reason people are saying that, hey, man, you know what I'm saying, that Tom feel a way about Shedeur Sanders. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I've never heard Shedeur Sanders say that type of stuff, talk like that before. I think people are putting smut on his name and trying to really dirty this kid up, man. Shedeur don't really say nothing, bro. He don't really say nothing. But I want to let y'all hear what Skip had to say because he said a couple things. as to what people have been whispering about Shedeur Sanders behind the scenes. Everybody been wondering what's going on. And Skip says people have been very, taking real heavy shots at this kid, and he can't even understand why, But let's get into it.
He might be the only right one out there, the only right thinking brain out there. But you've got a second, fourth round pick, and you don't just snap up Shedeur Sanders, your guy that you had helped grow? You're kidding. Instead, you take Tonka Hemingway. You take a defensive tackle out of South Carolina. I know they were that front seven was hellacious good. They destroyed my team in Nashville this year. And I just said we can't. We're suffocated. We can't even move the ball. Maybe.
Hey, hold on. Is that the real well off in the chat? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see something, y'all. Let me see if that's the real well off in the chat, because we standing 10 toes with you, straight like that. You already know how we get down over here. Let me see if that's Bucky for real in the chat. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Nah, that's a fake well off. That ain't the real well off. That's a fake well off. That definitely ain't the real well off. I just checked the channel. That's a fake well off. That's a fake well off. That's not the official one. Hold on. I just checked right now. That's a fake well off right there. That's a fake well off. Let me see. Let me check it again. Hold on one second. I'm gonna check this. Yeah, that's a fake one, man. They just joined too a couple days ago. Yeah, that's a fake well off. See how y'all got people in here trolling and stuff, man? I got it. See how y'all got people in here trolling? And see, we rock with well off. We rock with primetime Deion Sanders and the whole crew over here. You understand? But this is the type of stuff they got going on online. So when I tell y'all this, if people can come and say something in the comment section, they can create fake narratives. See, that's a fake channel right there, right? So they can go around, create fake narratives, and people say, oh, that's them. But if you don't know how I know how to look at a channel and check to see if a channel is real or not, you'll be confused. See, they got a fake well-off channel that was just created a couple days ago. Straight up. So this is the type of cap they got going on around here, bro. It's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really sad, what they're trying to do to this brother, man. They're trying to tear the man. They're trying to completely shred him to pieces. As a matter of fact, as I'm talking right now, there's an article out right now as I'm talking about Shedeur showed up to the Browns practice with a $5,900 watch on. Who cares? He paid for it. Did he steal it? He paid for it. He's in the NFL. What you expect? Y'all think mofos gonna go to the NFL and hoop these and all kind of shit? This don't make no sense to me, bro. The hate is effing real, bro. The hate is real, bro. The hate is real, bro. The hate is real, man. They counting this man hard-earned money. It's sad, bro. And I heard something else on the radio I'm gonna play for y'all today too on the Cleveland radio. These people sad, bro.
But he ain't a quarterback, and he ain't that quarterback. And you're telling me that not once did you say, hold the phone, man. What are we doing? Not once. 7 times you passed. You obviously just didn't believe in this kid, and you should own that. You should just acknowledge it. It's okay. There's no problem with it. That's the way I do business. Just own it. I mean, I own the fact that from the start I said, these are the things I love about Shedeur Sanders. He's deadly accurate, led the nation in passing percentage last year, completion percentage. He's as tough as any quarterback, college quarterback I've ever watched. I've been watching college football for a long, long time. He took hellacious beatings both years. I know he held the ball too long. I get it. He's trying to, with all of his heart and all his soul, win football games for his pops with a team that was under-talented in way too many spots, often in the offensive line. That can be cured. But the toughness can't be taught. You know that. The clutchness, God, it can't be taught. You're the clutchest ever, you know. Did you watch the tape? Did you watch him play? Maybe you're busy prepping for your NFL games. I don't know. I saw leadership. I saw sideline leadership. I saw teams feed off him at Colorado both years and at Jackson State. People blast me. I've even had friends call, what's he ever won? Okay. Well, they got to the championship game at Jackson State, turned that program around. They just didn't have enough in Boulder yet. He'll build it. He's going to win a national championship there. But his father, to me, was a strength, not a weakness. I know the NFL condemned this whole situation because of the father, and the father's going to be too involved. I've heard it all. I have been bombarded, Tom, over the last 2 weeks from all sides. I'm getting it from inside and outside, from people I know, people I've known for years. I've heard it all. Too entitled. He is Shedeur. He's spoiled. He's pampered. He flaunts his jewelry. The exotic cars that he drove, Boulders, making, $3 million a year. Highest paid college athlete ever. They were the biggest draw in the history of college football. That's what they were. You want to talk about a TV draw from coast to coast? My God. The world woke up on Saturday to see what Dion and Shedeur were going to do, and Travis, obviously.
Los adolescentes. Now, let's talk about that, right? That's where the hate come from. But he's getting ready to get into the part where I'm telling you all about yourselves. But that's where the hate come from. They was getting so much money legally that you had people were jealous, people are hating because they legally get into the guap. Legally. Not illegally, legally. Think about what I just said to y'all. You're legally getting money and people are upset. Legally. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. But let's keep going.
No. He's just as interested in his rap career. What was his song, Perfect Timing, and that he's doing this, trying to promote his rap song. Got a little traction in Colorado for a while. Promote his clothing line, that he's more interested in the clothing line. I heard it all than his football. I heard all the stories. I hate to even tell them, but I'm just going to hint at them because you've heard them all, Tom. I know you heard them all from the inside. You're privy to all this. There's a story about the Giants involving you. And it could be completely apocryphal, but here's the point. This is the story that got circulated around the NFL. This is another one of those inside stories that got passed around that doomed Shedeur to the 5th round. It was something about during the interview, they had a couple, but during one of the interviews, somebody with the Giants, I don't know if it was executive or coach, asked Shedeur about you, Shedeur's relationship with you, the mentoring, teaching, coaching.
Listen to what he said. Skip is telling y'all exactly what these punks did to Shedeur Sanders and what happened. Skip is saying that the New York Giants situation is what doomed Shedeur Sanders. Skip is saying that a word that he got was that with the New York Giants, that Shedeur Sanders, the New York Giants, somebody out of their camp, said Shedeur was talking shit about Tom Brady losing his wife. Get the hell out of here, man. What does that sound like, man? What does that sound like, man? Well, you ain't never heard Shedeur Sanders talking about nobody, man. What does that shit sound like, bro? That's cap, man. That's cap, bro. That's cap, man. That ain't even in his MO, man. They ain't even in his MO, bro. I'm gonna play it for you too. That shit had me so mad, man. I'm gonna play it for you too. Smash the like button as y'all come on in, man.
Somebody with the Giants, I don't know if it's executive or coach, asked Shedeur about you. Shedeur's relationship with you, the mentoring, teaching, coaching, and somebody asked some question about, is Tom your role model? Do you try to model your life after Tom's? And Shedeur said something like, well, I don't want to model myself after his wife left him for a trainer. And I don't even know if he said that, but I've heard it again and again from too many people. And I don't know if he was trying to be cool and tell a joke or make people laugh, or I don't know what it was, but I heard that doomed him with the Giants. Okay.
That's a disgrace, man. That's a that's a disgrace, man. I don't believe he said that, bro. I cannot believe he said that, man. After watching how he's moved all these years, and I've followed Shedeur since he came out of high school with his pops closely. Him, Shiloh, all of them. For people, somebody to say that, you got to show me that. He don't have that nowhere in his character. I haven't seen anywhere else over his history. If he had a history of talking down on people, that's something different. I haven't seen nowhere in his history where this man have disrespected someone. Anytime you've heard him talk about Tom Brady, he's always, and I always thought, why the hell does this dude keep on showing all this love to Tom Brady for? But he's always shown love, the utmost respect to Tom Brady. It sounds like they sabotaged this kid, man, and lied on him to scum and dirty and smut his name, man. I don't respect that, bro. I don't respect that. I'm glad that Skip, I hate that little punk Skip, but I'm glad he told what it is. Because that's disgusting. Oh, so he talked about Tom Brady's wife? He said, nah, I don't want to be like Tom Brady because he lost his wife to the trainer. Are you crazy? And that got circulated around all the teams. And that was supposed to be what set the whole NFL off into punishing this kid. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all, man, this shit is sad, man. Smash the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. It's disgusting, man. Absolutely just Crocker-ish.
Be cool and tell a joke or make people laugh, or I don't know what it was, but I heard that doomed him with the Giants. Okay, fine. For a trainer. And I don't even know if he said that, but I'm like, well, I don't want to model myself after model. Do you try to model your life after Tom's? And Shedeur said something like, well, I don't want to model myself after his wife left him for a trainer. And I don't even know if he said that, but I've heard it again and again from too many people. And I don't know if he was trying to be cool and tell a joke or make people laugh, or I don't know what it was, but I heard that doomed him with the Giants. Okay, fine. He's still just a kid. Maybe he was trying to act cool. And then there was what he did say publicly about don't take me unless you want your culture changed. And I heard that several people up high in Pittsburgh, including Mike Tomlin, were like, okay, we're out on him now because we don't need our culture changed. We are a culture. We've had a culture from the start. We are the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I don't even know if that's true, but that's the kind of story that picked up steam and grew longer and longer legs.
Now, so Skip went on to tell all these different things, man. Effing disgusting. He went on to tell all these different things about what he heard that they're saying behind the scenes. These NFL executives have been spreading about Shedeur Sanders. This is disgusting, bro. And I don't believe any of it, man. And so let me say this to y'all, right? And I'm just talking about a kid that I followed for what the last, I'm going to say since he was in high school. Since he was in high school. Bro, forget that. Was it before high school? This is back when we was watching the show, the reality show they had. That goes back there to when I was watching the reality show when Prime was coaching at the school. At the academy. This This is crazy. Show me where he said it. Well, somebody got it on mic? They got it on recording? If he had a history, cool. All right, make me make it up. And y'all smash the like button and let's get the lights up, man. So then what happened was, I also saw this, you guys. Oh, let me go to this. So then Skip Bayless, he basically went all the way in on Tom Brady. He called Tom Brady a phony, basically. He called Tom Brady a coward, basically. And he told Tom Brady that he ain't got the heart to step two, pretty much. It's pretty much what Skip said. Let's get to what Skip said about Tom Brady and basically called slamming Tom Brady's character as just a man. And I never thought I'd see this day because Skip always defended Tom Brady. But when Tom Brady said what he said about Skip, I told all of y'all in this chat room, I said I knew that Skip was not going to let that slide. Skip is not that type of person to where you're going to say something about him in his personal career and he's going to let that slide. Skip thinks more of himself. He thinks he's God's gift to America. So that's not going to happen.
For people over 50.
And I'm going to say this to y'all. Skip thinks he is God's gift to America, and he thinks that he's everything that he says a lot of these players aren't.
So you did that, and yet the last thing you said that I read was about the negative media. You said, actually, it probably hurts a lot of relationships, which is not the goal of broadcasting. So wait a second. What's a lot of relationships? I don't understand that one. What? So are you asking me and all those other negative media voices to protect you so that you can stay close to Shedeur and to Dion, obviously? You can kind of fake it with them and give them that phony smile and act like everything's hunky-dory. When you did veto Shedeur to your team, 7 times they passed. And you can then say to Shedeur, I have no idea what happened. I don't get it, but hey, man, you got to stay the course. You got to do just what I did. You got to go to work. You got to get in the film room. You got to show them that they're wrong. This will be great for you. You can say all that to Shedeur and be that smiling assassin that you were. And by the way, I said this from the start. There are always 2 Tom Bradys. Did I ever love the football killer Tom Brady? I called him Psycho Tom. He was the GOAT. Clutchest ever. I've said it from the start. Tom, you were 80% of the reason that the Patriots were a dynasty. I'll give Belichick, 10% of it. But you were it. And boy, did Psycho Tom ever come out publicly one time at the end of that Brady roast on Netflix when you roasted Belichick. You emasculated him, brought down the house and the curtain all right on Belichick's head that night. Loved it. Wish we could get a little of that from Tom, the NFL broadcaster, but we can't because there's that alter ego. It's aw shucks, gee whiz, nice guy Tom, wants everybody to love him. The broadcaster, you're just nice guys us all to death with your cliches and your platitudes, sidestepping the truth, trying to sort of paint everything perfectly. It's all going to be okay. I just wish you'd just tell the truth. Just let it fly. I know there's so much more inside you, Tom, that you could tell that you don't. But all I know for sure right now is this is what I hope for Shedeur. I remain a big fan, even though I'm taking a beating about this from people I know, people who say I'm wrong. Like everybody got reached the 2nd round grade. Why did he fall to the 5th? I'm just hoping that now Shedeur Sanders will make Tom Brady look almost as stupid as Tom Brady made the entire NFL look. That's what I'm hoping will happen. And by the way, Tom, I'm happy for you to join me on any of my shows. I'll join you on whatever platform you're on. I would be happy for you to come at me and attempt to refute every last word that I just spoke about you. You'd be more than welcome. You can have as much time as you want. I don't care. I will respond. But you won't, because you can't. Because you know that every word I just spoke was obviously the truth.
Man, Skip stuck it right to Tom Brady. Now, I want y'all to hear this, because not only did that happen, you guys, there was Shedeur Sanders' cameraman, the guy who filmed Shedeur Sanders, who's with Shedeur Sanders all the time, who records Shedeur Sanders. Now, he went on ESPN radio in Cleveland, and the radio host, they were asking him about this entire situation with Shedeur Sanders, about all of the criticism and everything Shedeur was getting, and the truth about Shedeur. And so shout out to whoever his name is that covers, he's in Cleveland with Shedeur right now. And he basically gave a whole layout of what's going on over there. And I want y'all to hear it. I want y'all to hear what he said, because I think what he said, a lot of y'all did not hear. Is probably the most important things that I've ever heard somebody say about Shedeur. So we're going to get into that right now. I want y'all to get to hear what I'm talking about, right? And so his name is Boogie Knight, right? He's his Shedeur's close friend and associate, right? Boogie Knight. And he is in Cleveland right now with Shedeur. Now let's talk about it.
In studio. Now, I've been wondering what to call you, because I want your official title. It's Boog, right?
Boogie Knight.
Boogie?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I like Boogie better.
Yeah.
Can I call you Boogie?
Sure. Have it.
Boogie Knight is in studio with us. Boog, what do you do? What your title is what right now?
Head of operations at Young Money APA Sports and Entertainment, headed by Lil Wayne. He's one of the co-founders, and then hired the Bush family who started Budweiser.
Sure.
So we put a company together, so I actually spearheaded that.
Okay. And that's out of Dallas.
Based out of Dallas.
Based out of Dallas. Where do you work? Right now I know you're here.
I'm here in Cleveland. Yeah, I started in Dallas. Been pretty much in Boulder the last 2 years. Jackson before that. Just pretty much been all over. Tampa.
Okay, what happened? Who asked you to come be with Shedeur right now? Because explain to everybody what you're doing with Shedeur. You are what, his manager at the moment, or no? Man, what is it?
I'm a family friend, man. And Shedeur.
You know Dion.
Yes. Very well. So Dion's done a lot for me in my life.
Okay.
So when a man like that has done so much for you, for me, it's not a monetary thing. So everybody like, you're this, you're that. It's like, man, I'm just trying to make sure his kids are straight.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's the only way I can repay a man like that who's done so much for me. Like, it's not about, putting me on your payroll. I know Prime has something to do in Colorado. His family doing that. Their kids making a transition out here by itself. So somebody needs to be with him to help him out.
I totally get that. I'm Italian. We would do the same thing for one of our kids.
And Boog, I'm glad you clarified this, because there were so many rumors floating around town about exactly what you were and what you were doing that I feel like I misidentified you 8 different times.
By the way, you did.
Yes.
Okay.
Personal.
And I'm going to say something. Shout out to these 2 dudes on ESPN radio, man. Shout out to the Big Riz show, really big show with Riz and Hammer. Salute to them, because at least those 2 dudes got the heart and the soul and the guts and the nuts enough to actually call the dude up and invite him on the show to give his side, instead of allow people to run with BS rumors like they've been running about this kid and who the hell he has around him. So salute to those people over there. Shout out to the really big show with Riz and Hammer. Salute to both of y'all for having Boogie up there to explain that. And I appreciate that, because they wanted y'all to run with this BS. And instead of y'all running with that like y'all could have, and ran with all the rumors. Y'all actually invited the dude into y'all's house to come sit down and have a conversation, and I respect that.
Videographer. I mean, there were
I've been an agent. I've been the manager. I've seen it all.
So, well, you are a family friend,
Yes,
and
sir.
you are here to make sure Shedeur is not by himself.
Correct.
And what does where does all the video stuff come from? Because here's what people are complaining about. Usually old white guys like me. Only this time I love Shedeur, so I ain't complaining. Why does he have all these camera crews? He ain't done nothing yet. He hasn't taken a snap in the NFL, and I got to watch him do it. I said, what next? He shouldn't be going to church? No, he's going to visit kids. He's going to schools. He's going to, he's doing community work. What is your job? To shoot that and put it on Instagram?
No, actually, I coordinate that.
You coordinate it.
So for me, I have a background in mentorship, and I'm a coach at heart.
Okay.
So for me, that's how I met, Coach Prime and Shedeur when he was in 6th grade.
Okay.
So coaching, and then from that point, it's always been able to connect dots in different avenues. So no matter what city we go to, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere that I know is there that I can get to. And Shedeur is passionate about talking to the youth. He's always been that way. He has an old soul in a young man's body. So he's always, man, let's make sure we always give back to the kids. Let's never lose sight of that. That's one thing that he's always about.
So that's important. When he came here, he came early so that he could get involved in the community.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so understand this though, Riz. He's been to situations similar to this, just not on this big of a scale. But he's been to a Jackson, Mississippi, where they weren't very good, and but they had a loyal fan base. They win or lose, those fans were showing up. So he knew that he inserted himself in that community very early, got them together, and then once he went on the field and started playing, then they was already behind him.
I see. And that's what he's trying to do here.
And then when he went into Colorado, same thing. Daddy got the job. Shedeur, I'm coming with you.
Okay.
First day. He didn't wait when everybody else came. He was the first player on that campus in that city. And he got real acquainted with the city and then got them excited. And then he went on the field and they built over those 2 years. So when he come here, man, same thing.
Okay.
You see how this unfolded?
See, but
let's hit the ground running.
See, but the critics will say, and actually one of them just left. You got to meet him. But the critics will say, hey, man, it's a lot different in the NFL than turning around Jackson State and even Colorado.
I would agree.
They are I don't want to speak for the negative people.
I'm sitting right here.
I know, but I don't want to speak for them. But they're like, hey, prove yourself on the field first before you start doing all this. Yeah. He's like, no, I want to do this then. But you got to, Boog, you understand, but kid's got a ball.
Yeah,
he's got a ball. Right.
He has to.
And I think he can. I've been saying it for weeks. There are people who don't think, what did you make of all that draft stuff? He doesn't have elite skills. He doesn't have a great arm. He doesn't have they took Dylan Gabriel before they took my guy. So, what does that say?
It says...
I'm sure he heard it.
He heard it. We all heard it. But for him, he's not fazed by it. And that's why I always love him, because his poise is something I've never seen before. So to understand that...
For a young man.
There was a young man who got a prank call on draft day when he just sat on the board the whole first night.
No doubt.
Somebody prank called him and tricked him. And I'm sitting over there with steam coming out my ears. And when he realized it was a prank, he just hung up the phone and just picked up his football, told the DJ, turn the music back up. And now him and his quarterback, the quarterback coach is over there throwing up. I'm waiting for the reaction. I'm waiting for the... It never happened.
He said, we've all done foolish things, which I thought was so impressive.
Bingo. And that's who he is. So when you're speaking of, yes, he has the ball, but he's coming to the city doing what he knows how to do in the best way he knows how. We don't know if he's going to ball. We don't know if he's going to be on the field for real. Because if I'm rightfully so today, Joe Flacco's earned the starting spot, if I'm being honest. So from there, whatever happens after that, he has to go earn it. And then from there, we could kind of figure out what the on-field stuff is going to look like.
He knows that.
And he understands.
I think people think that he's coming here with some entitlement thing, like the job is mine. No, he'll go get the donuts on Tuesday morning like all the rookies do.
Correct. Correct. And I think that's what's misunderstood about him.
Yeah.
Because the world has been so in his life for so long, and they've been a part of it. They feel like they know him. But, man, trust me, out on the cameras, man, it's something totally different. Because what they've been portraying, I've never seen a guy this young be as sharp as he is here and as outgoing as he is. I'm talking about the work schedule that he has. Most people couldn't keep up.
Right.
They could not keep up.
So he's got, I want everyone to realize, we'd have loved to have him here this morning with us, but he's got to report at noon.
He's reporting
at noon in Berea with all the rookies today. So you have the day off today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not allowed to go to cameras in Berea and all. People wondered about that.
Yep.
Right? You do. This is all community stuff you're doing with him.
Correct.
Did you get him a place and stuff? Is he comfortable now? Is he like a place to live and everything? Is he?
We've been working on places for him and for myself, but also right now the team has him put up where they have
to.
I get that.
Are you here now with us for good?
Yes, sir. I'm in and out. Yep, I'm here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
By the way, you come on the show anytime you want.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, it's an open invitation. Go ahead, Aaron. I'm sorry.
I just wanted all this video. We see Shedeur running up a hill somewhere. We see him. Then he's at John Marshall. Are you capturing all of this, or are fans capturing it and sharing it online?
Both. So for me, I capture it for my vault. I've always, for one thing with Shedeur, I think the misconception with him was he always got these camera crews around this, that, and other. I got one cell phone. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do anything. So when I capture it, I just have to put it out there.
Sure.
I can't edit it.
Why do you want to, or why does he want to do that?
He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't like. He don't want it. For me, and what Coach Prime has always put with us was we always had cameras around for his protection.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was the misconception, that we always wanted to protect him because we know that he was always in the light, and some people would always tell their side. And we've got videos of this over the years of people telling their side, and it made him look like he was horrible. Mm-hmm. Then we got our other cameras who we captured, and we go tell the whole story. And then people are like, oh, I see why he said what he said.
But why do you think they were doing that? Why? Because he's just an easy target? Because he's Prime's kid? Or because he's good? All
three.
the above?
All three. Very easy target. Coach Prime, some people don't like the way he operates, which is, fair. We don't say whether you do or don't, that's on you.
Doesn't matter.
And he's played and he's backed it up. I would like to think he's backed it up, because for me, it's like, I'm a very fair person, man. Hammer, like when all the stuff went on, like I don't care what people feel about you, say about you. This is one thing I know. I come in this place, I see this beautiful place. You had to do a lot of things right to get in the seat you're getting in.
You too.
So for me, I always have to respect your work. I don't know what you've done, but I know in my mind, my common sense that he's done a lot of things right to get here.
I don't know how he got that seat either.
Mostly just, like Shedeur. It's all nepotism.
well, either way, it worked. It got you here.
Right.
So I have to respect it. So for me, with Shedeur, it's the same thing. Like, I just want people, man, just respect the body at work, whether you like him or not. And if he plays bad, he's not above criticism.
Sure.
And by the way, what I intended was no disrespect.
Well, hold on. Let's fill everybody in. Chris, take me back to what night was this?
This was back on May 1st, a week ago.
A week ago on May 1st. Okay. What did you tweet out? What did Aaron say?
I didn't tweet out anything.
It was. I have the audio clip of what he said what Aaron said on the air.
Okay, let's hear what he said.
I would have preferred that if he was going to go talk to a bunch of high school kids, they didn't post it on social media 5 seconds after the thing was over.
The Browns do it every time on Tuesdays. Every charity thing they do on Tuesdays, the player day off, they do a video of.
So y'all think about this. They're criticizing him on the air for talking to young kids or something for charity and then putting it on social media. They're criticizing him for that. Oh, well, he shouldn't have put it online 5 minutes after he did it. What the hell is you guys talking about? What is this shit about, man? What is this really about, man? Think about what I just said. They're mad at him for posting something online where he's doing something for charity, bro. That's insane. That's insane. That's crazy. They're criticizing Shedeur Sanders for posting a video online. We're going to find out if it was Shedeur or not. But if somebody posted online for him doing something about charity, bro. Absolutely disgraceful, man. Absolutely disgraceful, man. Absolutely disgraceful, man. It's absolutely disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting.
I felt like it was him screaming, "See, look how good a person I am. I went to a school, then I worked out, then I'm doing all the right things."
Well, Aaron, then I want you to blast every rookie this year that goes to visit a sick kid in a hospital later this
He's
season.
not every rookie, and the Browns are the ones that are posting that stuff, not the individual players.
Okay.
Thank you. Now he got blasted. It wasn't even Shedeur who posted that. See, it wasn't even Shedeur who posted that. These dudes are buffoons, and this is the type of stuff they spread to smut this man's name, bro. It's disgusting, bro. The Cleveland Browns, they say, posted that. But they're getting mad at Shedeur for going to charity, y'all. That's think about that. That's crazy.
And then what did Boog say? Boog's response was on what? Social?
On Twitter.
On Twitter.
X,
and what did you say, basically? Shut up, Hammer.
Like,
No, in not so many words.
Is that what he said?
Basically, along the lines of, man, first I thank you for having his back. And Hammer, like, man, let me point you in the direction of where he's been doing this a long time. This is not PR work. I'm not the PR guy. This is
So you're saying, again, he did it at Jackson State, he did it at Colorado, and he's doing it here. It's his brand.
Like, why are we changing? Like,
so there's a lot of people that have a problem with brand today. The way some of the young kids have their brand and their, I know, but somehow Joe Burrow can go to the Met Gala and nobody says a word. And I don't know. I think it's selective sometimes. I do, as to all the criticism and all the beef.
And I will add. I mean, there are two things I think at play there. One is that Joe Burrow, has taken his team to the Super Bowl, obviously, and accomplished a lot. But number two,
wait a minute. We went to the Pop-Tart Bowl.
This is just me speaking.
What was our bowl game? In Colorado's bowl game. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In my opinion,
I think taking Colorado to a bowl game is equivalent to taking some team to the Super Bowl. To be honest,
I mean, in the college football playoff conversation, I also, Boog, think it's fair to say that race plays a little bit of a role.
A little bit, nah. It plays a lot of a role, and you're not willing to admit that, sir. And that's the problem. That is the problem. You're not willing to admit that race plays damn near 90% of the role in that. Let's just keep this 100. Because y'all wasn't saying that shit about Johnny Football. And don't give me, Johnny Football beat Alabama twice. That doesn't excuse behavior. And then let's go even further. What did Johnny Football do in the NFL? Y'all hyped him up, talked all that shit about him. What did he do in the NFL? Then let's go a little bit further. I told y'all this before. Most of the all-time great players in the history of the National Football League came from small schools. Case closed. Next.
Like whose brand it's okay for them to develop a brand and who's not. I will tell you, like,
think about what I just said. These mofos will be like, dude. Johnny Manziel beat Alabama twice, dude. Look at the level he was playing against. Okay, dude. Look at where Terrell Owens played college football at. Where did he end up? Look at where Jerry Rice played college football at. Dude, where did he end up? You want me to keep going? I can keep going. Look where Michael Vick went and played college football at. Virginia Tech ain't no all-world program. He made it that. I can keep, now you want to go to real small schools, I can keep going to all these other guys. Randy Moss, like y'all said in the comment, Strahan. The list goes on and on and on. All these dudes came from small schools. All these motherfuckers ain't come from the SEC, the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12, whatever. They ain't come from that. All these dudes came from small schools and were the greatest players that ever played in the National Football League. Y'all easy to beat and easy to eat them, man. So when they come with, dude, Shedeur played in Colorado, man. Okay, and where did Jerry Rice play at? He's one of the greatest players ever played the game of football. Where did Tom Brady play at? Y'all call Tom Brady the GOAT? Where he played at? Okay, shut the hell up. They don't have no argument when you say that. This is why I eat to these dudes so easy with that Johnny Manziel bullshit. Oh, dude, Johnny Manziel played at A&M, and he beat Alabama twice. Look at the level. Look at the level of all the greatest players that play in the game, of the schools they came from. Again, when you look at it, most of, and I'm going to say it again, most of the greatest players, no, what I'm saying about Tom Brady is Tom Brady wasn't like that coming out of Michigan like that. Nobody thought Tom Brady was like that coming out of Michigan. No, Tom Brady wasn't one of the greatest players to ever play in Michigan. Keep it 100. When you look at some of these guys, man, so when they say this, remember, what was Tom Brady drafted in the 6th, 7th round? 7th round, I think? Was he 7th round pick? I can't remember. I know he was late in the draft. They didn't give a damn about. Tom Brady didn't come out here world beating. Shedeur Sanders led the nation in completion percentage. His yardage was through the roof. This dude was a Heisman candidate, bro. What the hell is we talking about? The hate is real. The hate is real, bro.
I remember Baker and Johnny Manziel coming here.
Okay. Oh, but Boogie is gonna reveal something to them that's gonna blow their effing socks off, because they're talking about. Cause see, I'm gonna tell y'all why they did that to Shedeur. They wanted to publicly humiliate Shedeur and hurt his pockets. They said, okay, this kid think he got all this money. We're gonna make sure he don't get this extra, because they're saying he lost $40 million. But guess what Boogie revealed? Shedeur Sanders was already up $20 million before he came in the league. All his endorsements and stuff, the money he's made, he's already up $20 million before he even walked in the door. No other player can say that. He's the highest paid player ever in the NIL. No other player can say that. That they came in up $20 million already. See, he about to reveal that, and they're gonna say, "What? Yeah. He's already over $20 million already. He ain't worried about that money. We get that money."
And those were guys that wanted to build their brands, and Baker doing commercials, and Johnny floating around on a swan. And to me, I saw them promote being celebrities before they were quarterbacks. Yeah. So where I sit, I'm predisposed to say, get off the internet until you throw a touchdown pass. Right. And if you're going to go visit some kids, that's cool. Now, am I an idiot and I thought that he brought the cameras and who posted all that stuff? Those are details, admittedly, that
and you're wrong. You criticize the man, sir, without even knowing. See how this is how all the ish starts, y'all. You get punks like this dude that go around criticizing people and don't even know what the hell's going on. He criticized this man and didn't even know who put the video up. It was the Cleveland Browns who put the video up, but he's criticizing Shedeur. Dude, you trying to show off, dude. Dude, it wasn't Shedeur, dude. It was the Cleveland Browns who put the video, dude. But this type of shit y'all see going on. This is why I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And when y'all say this, I'm trying to tell y'all this, man. Y'all watching what I'm saying to y'all in real time. Smash the like, we should have well over 1,000 likes. Easy work. In real time. You're sitting up here spewing this over the ESPN airwaves. These lies about Shedeur Sanders. Oh, he's posting this stuff. He ain't even posted. Now you're sitting up here talking about something. Oh, I got a couple of small details wrong. No. You tried to make it out to seem like he's trying to show off and do things he didn't even do. So your apology need to be as loud as the criticism was. Next.
I got wrong.
Fair enough.
But I also think that there is something to be said for at this point, after he got so humbled in the draft process, putting some of that stuff.
Who said he got humbled? You said he got humbled. Shedeur Sanders still moving the same. Last time I checked, he still got that big ass chain on. I just read an article today said he went up there with a $6,000 watch on. How he get humbled? No, y'all think he got humbled. You ain't heard Shedeur say a word. Shedeur do what he always do. Be to himself, stay on point, and stay low and be quiet. Y'all be the ones be hating on these dudes. Y'all don't even be hearing Shedeur out here saying nothing. It be all of y'all saying, I'm glad Boogie brought that up. Like, yo, all y'all be the ones that be talking. Shedeur don't even be talking. All y'all, these people, think about this, y'all. These people all be hating on Shedeur. Shedeur don't even be saying nothing. They can't even tell y'all what Shedeur be saying. What did Shedeur say? He ain't even saying nothing. He ain't even saying nothing. Straight up.
Aside and waiting until he has earned the opportunity to get out there and play and show it before you start worrying about a dollar sign.
He didn't tell that to Johnny Manziel. He's talking about a dollar sign. Johnny Manziel came in. Wasn't Johnny Manziel throwing up the dollar sign in college? Was this punk talking about that with Johnny Manziel? Were they talking about that with Johnny Manziel? They praised Johnny Manziel when he threw up the dollar sign. Johnny Manziel was throwing up the dollar sign. Didn't Johnny Manziel go and spike the flag in the middle of the field? Did I forget that in college that he went and spiked that flag? Was that Johnny Manziel that did that? And y'all want to talk about people that's being about themselves and all this other crap that y'all talking? Crock of shit, like I said before. Y'all see it. It was Baker Mayfield that did that. Johnny Manziel was throwing up the dollar sign. Baker Mayfield spiked the field. No problem. We love Baker, man. Great attitude, man. No criticism. Well, we want to humble this black guy. Think about that, y'all. Johnny Manziel, the money sign. Baker Mayfield spiking flags and shit in fields. None of their character gets called into question. Shedeur Sanders shows his watch. Everybody says he's spoiled. Come on, man. That's racism, like a mofo.
Promote and getting involved in so many of these brand things, whether it's Louis Vuitton, a social.
Oh, so you're mad because he's getting involved in Louis Vuitton. Look, ass white, if Louis Vuitton came to you and offered you money or offered you a deal, you would turn it down? Hell no. And you have to remember, we live in the year of 2025. We're not in the year of 1995 no more. Fast forward 30 years, sir. It's a whole different world out here. So people all got their own media teams now. The world has changed. They want the good old boy system where they buck break you and tell you what to do. But that only applies to the brothers. That's sad, man.
All that stuff.
And that's a great point. And I understand everything that you're saying. Because when these guys, you got a team that you want to put on your back every Sunday, you want your quarterback to be focused. Yeah. I get that. But for in his defense, this is nothing different than he's already done his entire life. So for me, I'm saying,
I don't. The way that it's perceived by the fans and the way that he's intending it are two totally different.
Some fans. Let me clarify. Some fans. Chris, thank you.
Fair.
Some. Because the way you perceive it, the way I perceive it, totally different.
We ran polls. Okay, I come out before the draft, way before the draft. I say, I want this kid. He's an overcomer. I know he can play. I just know it. And I can see it. I don't care about the elite skills or the thing. He's the perfect guy for. See, Boogie, I want you to understand, man, this town ain't had a good quarterback since Bernie Kosar in the 80s. Okay? We had one kid go to a Pro Bowl one year when we won 10 games in 07. That's it. We've been searching for 40 years for the quarterback. So it's a hard job. Yeah. Like, you can't just roll in here and the criticism, the scrutiny,
and a lot of the guys have been style over
substance. They haven't been able to play. Your guy's fighting that before he even steps on the field. I want you to explain that to him because it's not his fault. Yeah. But that is just where we're at. They talk about New York. I get it. There's a big spotlight in New York. Mm-hmm. For you to be the Browns quarterback, it's the hardest job in Cleveland. Well, besides my job. But it's the hardest job in Cleveland. I want you to know that. Correct. So it comes with all of this. Mm-hmm. We already saw this. Unfortunately, Johnny Manziel and Deshaun Watson affect how people think about Shedeur. And it's not fair. I hate it. Bernie Kosar actually said this about your guy. He goes, Tony, that's a positive that he knows how to handle the media and the scrutiny already before you come here. Most kids coming out of college at 22 years old, you don't know nothing from nothing. You're going to some town, all of a sudden somebody on Twitter says you suck. Bingo. You got to deal. He is primed for this. He knows. Boogie, explain to everybody, the kid knows what he's up against, doesn't he?
Very much knows. That's what I'm saying. Everybody attacks him. He hasn't said a word since the draft. And everybody I'm recording, I'm doing these different things, and when you walk into a building, there's literally 30, 40 phones in his face everywhere he goes. Yeah. And it's beautiful. It's love. And not one time has he said, nah, that's enough. He sits there, he takes every picture, he takes every video until he's finished, and then he leaves. So for him, and you saying, race might play a certain play, and I don't necessarily like to go that far. Maybe it do, maybe it don't. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we can't change what's in front of us. We can only learn to deal with and operate how we choose to operate. So for him...
Let's think about that. He's not even trying to use race as an excuse, even though he know what time it is.
To build the brand, I think it's a lot different from other people because he's actually had success building the brand. Whether he was intentional about it or not, yeah, his brand is booming. That's the reason why he's able to make so much. Like when he slid in the draft, and just to be honest, he was already over 20 million since January because of the brand that he built.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
20 million what?
dollars.
$20 million.
Dollars.
Who the hell you
Oh, and just off his name.
Oh, okay.
Going into the draft.
Yeah.
Before draft night started, he was up. So
this is what they thought. They thought we gonna get his money and hurt him. But what they didn't know is this dude already had 20-something plus $1 million. Ain't no player ever came into the league with that type of money. Themselves, they didn't even know. So all these people shot like, oh, he got 20 million already? Yeah. Yeah, he's been getting to the guap. Yeah, he's been having all these promotional deals, clothing line deals, all this stuff. He getting money. Yeah. He don't need y'all. Y'all thought y'all was gonna buck break him, take his money and humble him. No, he got money on his own. He don't need y'all money. He gonna get more sponsorship money too. A whole lot more sponsorship money. Shoe deal money, all this other stuff gonna come down the pipe. He gonna probably get $100 million shoe deal. Then what they gonna say? He get $100 million without even playing football. Think about that. You know the shoe deal's coming. So again, these dudes is grade A haters, man. I try to tell y'all this type of stuff, man. They thought they was gonna buck break this dude and use the money as far as, yeah, you ain't getting that 40 million, man. He gonna get that elsewhere, bro. We get that endorsements. That ain't nothing. We get more than that off and door. We get more. Shedeur Sanders got the ability to get more money off the field than he get on the field.
But this is not about money with him. Right. Like, he wants the opportunity to go show that this is what I do, this is what I love.
Yeah.
And when I come into a situation, I just want to have a fair shake at this thing, man. Like, so I get the scrutiny, I get all that comes with it, but I don't respond to it. Yeah. And everybody's saying like he hasn't said a word.
No.
He's just going out about his daily life doing the right things that he's always done.
It is such a complicated time to try to be famous, in America in 2025. I want Shedeur Sanders to be, I would know, Riz. I want Shedeur Sanders to be the franchise quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. And where I was concerned this was going, and I'm still concerned it is going, is for him to be that brand that you're wearing on the sweatshirt and not the Browns logo that we want him to represent for the next 15 or 20 years.
What's that chain, man? I'm liking that.
Oh, what is that? This is Travis Hunter logo.
Right, this Travis Hunter logo. But y'all don't have a problem with Travis Hunter logo. Y'all don't have a problem with Travis Hunter cameraman. You know why? Because this shit is personal with Primetime Deion Sanders. Y'all hate Primetime. Y'all made this so that we're going to get his family. We want his family. See, y'all wasn't going to take that shit to Travis Hunter. But y'all said, I want his family. I want his family. That's what y'all really wanted. Y'all is some dirty people, man.
Those are diamonds right there.
T&H, yes, sir.
You tell T I want one of them.
Okay.
Nice.
By the way, we wouldn't have minded him coming to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Hold on, Aaron, I want you to rip Travis Hunter for having
So you don't mind Travis Hunter coming. Travis Hunter got a camera crew. He got a camera crew that's already following him down there in Florida. Right? Travis Hunter swagged out. He do all the dancing, all the other stuff. Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders are basically locked in together. They basically move the same way. But they got a problem with Shedeur, but not Travis. Make it make sense. Yeah, okay.
logo already, please. That's your cue. He has a logo. Rip Travis Hunter.
Nobody's mad at Travis.
We did want Travis too. We wanted them both. Is what we wanted.
I thought.
What did you guys think?
And coming into the draft, we said they're both going, because we seen where things were going with Shedeur already. We didn't think it was going to go that far.
Yeah. But you hold on, wait a minute. Don't you guys sensed the slide coming?
Yeah. Before the draft, I have a text in my phone saying, "Hey man, forget how this turns out tonight. You're built for whatever."
Wow. Okay, so you knew, but you didn't know fifth round.
No.
But you just thought first round.
Yeah,
you knew he wasn't going to go in the top 20. Shedeur knew he was going to be in for this.
Yeah, we were prepared for whatever.
And is the things that have been said about the way he handled the pre-draft process fair or not?
I think it's unfair because I think they're only telling one side of it.
See, they said, and I don't know if it was, I apologize if it wasn't, allegedly the Giants gave him some thing to look at and he didn't look at it or whatever. I don't know. You saw what people were saying with all of that. Did that happen?
At the combine, he had meetings with him. I wasn't in there, but I do know that they say Coach Dabo has a thing for putting things just wrong just to try to trip you up. And whatever happened with that, I'm not sure because I wasn't in there.
Okay.
But I do know that the side they're not telling us that they still scheduled a private workout with him leading up to the draft, and they came back to Boulder. And I know he absolutely murdered the board work, killed it. No matter what they tried to own it. Went out there on the field that same day, no incompletions.
Right.
Through it, and then word is he's the best quarterback in this draft, but some people might be scared of him.
Well, how about the Browns? They ain't scared of him.
No.
And they already drafted a quarterback, and they realized in the 5th round, you got to take him.
Man, Mr. Barry stood on the table. Shout out to him, man. The relationship that they built and the things that they felt great about it. Because at some point, I think Shedeur already wrapped his mind around being in Cleveland. Because again, we thought him and Travis both would come to Cleveland. I'm just being honest.
It could have played like that. It actually could have played. The Browns could have stayed. They got capital for next year, but they could have played it.
If the Jags hadn't come in with such a monster offer,
they felt like they couldn't pass up that deal.
And I'm glad they did because Trav, where he's at now, I think was actually.
He likes it down there.
He loves it.
Yeah,
loves it. He's close to back home.
Yeah,
and he could fish every day.
Oh man, I love that too. God, I'd love to do that. Yeah, I wanted to get him up here with the walleye. Fishing for walleye, good fish, man. And you eat it, you can eat it, but it's feisty.
What times of the year is that?
Now,
no,
you can get perch. You can get it pretty much all year long as the lake gets frozen.
Yeah.
But the walleye fishing is really good.
Okay.
If he ever comes up here, visits Shedeur, we got to get him out on the lake. All right, do you guys know where to eat? Because you know me, I got places for you. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the list before we go. You need it?
I need it because Shedeur just said the other day, man, I'm tired of eating all these chain restaurants I ate all my life. I want to see what Cleveland has to offer food wise.
All right, first of all, you got to start down to Little Italy Trattoria. You got to go Trattoria. That's our Italian restaurant. Trattoria.
Okay.
Little Italy. It's a little strip. Every town has a Little Italy. It's got bakeries and restaurants and everything. Then Michael Simon's got the barbecue downtown, which is Mabel's.
Okay.
That's real good.
Mabel's.
Because I'm a big barbecue guy. I smoke my own meat now.
Mabel's my grandmother's name.
Wow.
I gotta go to Mabel's. I gotta go to Mabel's.
There you go. You're going to try that. You got to go to Giovanni's because that's my guy.
So, yeah, man, like I said before, y'all seeing what the situation is, man. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? They really trying to bury the young fella. But, the strong survive, the weak shall perish, man. And I want to give a shout out to Gregory Kent Smith with the donation in the PayPal. Salute to you, my brother. I seen you sent the donation in the PayPal. And so salute to everybody that's tapped on in, man. Much love to all of y'all, man. Anybody that support the channel, I appreciate y'all. If y'all have not subscribed, make sure y'all do so. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man, about what Skip said about, the allegations they're putting out against Shedeur Sanders behind this New York Giants situation where they're saying that Shedeur allegedly said, which I don't believe at all, that he don't want to be like Tom Brady because Tom Brady lost his wife to a trainer. Let me know what y'all think, man. And he said that's one of the main reasons why they had this ear against him and he slid in the draft. That's crazy work, bro. I'm gone, man. All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do. Stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.